I know Michael Phelps, that's about it. But I know that one guy that was in the news a lot, but he had weird scandals and he like almost got arrested, but I don't know his name. But that's the extent of my knowledge.
Michael Phelps, Rowdy Gaines.
Oh, Michael Phelps, Ryan Lochte.
Ryan Lochte and Michael Phelps.
Ryan Lochte, Katie, she's so cute. Oh, she's so cute.
I only know Usain Bolt. I'm the loser.
Well, Usain Bolt is the first one that comes to mind. Steve Pre. Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt, Bruce Jenner.
Okay.
Caitlyn Jenner.
You know the one Jamaican one?
We got Usain Bolt, and I'm not gonna lie, that's about all I got.
Chuck Liddell, Rampage Jackson, like Boss Rutan, Anthony Johnson. I was kind of an MMA fan.
Oh, like isn't it Manny or something like that? Manweather.
I don't know if he still does it. Brock Lesnar.
Ronda, and then I can't remember the blonde who beat her. Her name.
Doc Rivers, Brad Stevens, Greg Popovich, Steve Kerr.
David Rose.
Well, Leon Rice is Boise State's basketball coach, so I got that one.
Everyone knows Duke. Oh, John Wooden. He's not anymore, but John Wooden. Duke, I can't remember his name at all. Dave Rose, BYU. Classic.
Other than BYU's basketball, no. Dave Rose.
Let's see, there's Djokovic.
The Williams. Nadal. Andre Agassi, love him. Steph Graf, classic.
Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer, Andy Roddick, Andre Agassi, Serena and Venus Williams.
Novak Djokovic. Roger Federer. Serena and Venus Williams, and that's probably it.
Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, the Serena and Venus Williams. This is probably all I got. Sharapova.
Gosh, all of them were, yeah. That was bad.
Yes.
Yeah, that is true.
That I didn't notice.
Yes. Now that I think about it, I'm like, oh, there's Serena Williams. Don't usually have the opportunity to watch a lot of female sports on TV. There's just not a lot of them broadcast as much as men's, I guess, if you put it that way.
I think that's interesting. I think part of it is probably the way that a lot of these athletes are marketed. And I think that there's a reason that my hope would be that women might identify more with some of the female athletes, but I think that you see men or male athletes, especially when you can see their faces, whether it's NBA or tennis or something, they're kind of marketed as superstars. So all their commercials are for colognes or for Rolexes and these kind of suave, sleek things, and then those show up in other content that you read. You know, like if you go to ESPN.com, they know that their audience is male, so you'll see those banner ads and you'll see those types of things where I don't think female athletes necessarily get that same sort of pull or the marketing in the same sort of direction that male athletes probably do.
I don't know. I feel like for a long time those sports were predominantly male, and now we have like the women's side, but it's not as popular. Like I remember in high school we had like both women's and men's basketball, which is how it is everywhere, but seriously like 5 people would go to our women's basketball teams. But I don't actually know why, because our women's teams were always the ones that would win. Our male teams never won. So.
They're emphasized more in American culture, like way more. Probably. Yes, I would say yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I think women have to go above and beyond. Even if they're doing the same thing as men, I think men have probably already done it before them and can do it more quickly or more impressively. And so for a woman to be remembered for that same event, they'd have to go like break even more records or be faster or quicker or whatever.
there's not as much attention is focused on women in sports. And I would say most of it has to do with television, because that's where most people see their sports, is on TV, not live. So you can have just as many people go to a women's sporting event, but if it's not televised, most people won't remember it as well.
I don't know. That's the thing, is I don't know why, because we're setting records too. Like, we're doing just as much as they are, but I feel like for a long time women weren't really advertised in sports, and for a long time they didn't even think they could go for it. But now we're cool now. Women are cool, so.
I hope not. Ultimately, no, I don't think so. I think that as sports fans, especially from our generation, get older, we will recognize more about what female athletes have done across the board in any sports. And even though women's sports in terms of television ratings might not get the same sort of viewership that some of the major sports that are dominated by men do, like, I think that we won't be able to forget what they've done in a historic sense. So my hope is that that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I think for sure, like, I don't know, being like a female student athlete myself, like, I'm always like looking for other like women who are like successful, and I just want to like support them as if like they would support me, because I know how hard they work and I know how much it means to them to be where they're at, and how it's hard to get there, and you have to kind of bang on a lot of doors in order to get that attention. And so I just respect them so much, and want them to get like the credit they deserve, because we don't work any less hard than the boys do, and sometimes like we have to work harder, and it's harder to get that attention. So yeah, it means a lot to me to see these women excel and do such great things in the world. Honestly, like, I think it comes from the media, which is so interesting, because like, it's nothing new. Like, girls haven't been doing anything new or different. Maybe a little, but I know, I grew up with a girl, Kelsey Plum, and she we are from San Diego, and she just, all-time record. She's doing incredible things. And it's like, and she's getting the credit that she actually deserves, and it's really cool to see. And I think it's because people are seeing that, people are wanting to give her the credit, and the media is actually putting attention on it, especially women's basketball, which gets, in my opinion, gets a lot of flack and kind of, doesn't get the viewership that it maybe should get. And so I think that it comes from the media and just like us wanting to see women do great things. I think it comes from us in the media, which is interesting.